Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday to you. I hope if you're in the States, you had an enjoyable long Labor Day weekend. And in India, I know it was Teachers' Day yesterday, and I wish all teachers everywhere, because I too am a teacher, a wonderful, wonderful week, because it should be Teachers' Day every day. Uh, Today, we're talking about lists. And as you're joining me, let me know your name. There is a link up there to give StreamYard permission to know your name on Facebook. That way you don't have to put in your name. But if you're joining me and you are not, you don't do that, then please just let me just put your name in the comments. I'm going to share this real quick so that all my friends can listen to this, because it's a pretty important training on lists and why it's so helpful to your children. Hold on. Hold on, please. Sorry. Let's see. Hold on. So anyway, if you're joining me live, say hi so I can say hi back. If you're joining me on the replay, then by all means, say hi as well. Give me a hashtag after party so I know that all things are good. And sorry, delay of game. Okay. Um, Give me a after party. If you happen to be new to my broadcast, give me a hashtag new. Hello, hello. I don't know who that is, so tell me who you are so I can say hi to you. Because you could be anywhere. Oh, Opayimi. Opayimi. Hi, honey. How are you? So thank you for joining me. Okay, so we're talking about lists and why they're so important, because they really are. And they're kind of like a little magical thing you can do for your kids to help them stay on task. And they are helpful in a lot of areas of your parenting journey. But first, I want to talk about why it's beneficial. But before we get started, let me tell you who I am. If you are new, I'm Celia Kibler. I'm a family empowerment coach, the author of Raising Happy Toddlers: How to Build Great Parenting Skills and Stop Yelling at Your Kids, available in English and Spanish, 3 children's books, all about me. Being different is fun, and I am grateful, and all available at celiasbooks.com right here. I am the founder of Pumped Up Parenting, the International Day of Calm, celebrated on April 5th of every year, and Fun Fit Family Fitness. And I have been parenting real life, real kids, because my oldest is about to turn 40 for 40 years, and I've been parenting a successful blended family for about 27. Got 5 kids, 9 grandkids. I can't hold up 9 fingers. I can't hold up 9 fingers. Anyway, lots of parenting experience I bring to you, and educational experience as well. I'm a Gestalt therapist and an NLP practitioner. All right, let's get on with business and why lists are so important. First of all, this is what lists build in your children. They build independence, they build confidence, they build a belief in themselves, because what's helping that is when you create a list with your child and you give them the independence to stay on task, you are also sending them an indirect message that you believe in them. So it really helps them to build belief. It gives them empowerment. It makes them feel bigger. It makes them feel more capable, develops their skills. It teaches them responsibility, and it helps them to learn to take responsibility over things that are their own job, their own responsibility. A list helps them do that, and it helps them focus. You know how we always talk about ADD and ADHD, and kids have it, and kids are naturally attention deficit. They're so busy looking and finding things and being attracted by all kinds of little nuggets. Their lists will help them focus on the task at hand. So lists are very important for children. How do you help your child create a list? That is, you want to sit down with your child and you literally want to brainstorm. Now, if they're too little to talk, you're going to help them with that list themselves. And then, but if they're a little older and they have some verbal usage, they're able to talk, they're able to express in words, create the list together. Let them brainstorm with you and let them work out the whole thing. So you brainstorm all the things you have to do, and then you put them in order and you let them help build that list in the order that it needs to go. What are lists useful for? So many things. Number one, routines. Hi, tell me who you are because I don't know who you are. Routines are so valuable because routines are micro sections of a schedule. So a schedule is a list. It's a list of activities that you are going to do in a day. Routines, which should also be composed of a list, are the micro sections of that schedule. If your schedule says 6 o'clock, get up, 7 o'clock, eat breakfast, then 6 to 7, although not designated on the schedule, is a morning routine. Welcome from Bangladesh. Thank you for joining me. I hope it's not too late for you because I'm sure there's a substantial time difference. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. So that micro section of your schedule is the routine. So your morning routine may look like this: wake up, go potty, brush your teeth, get your clothes on, put your shoes on. I'll give you a hint, guys. If you're okay with your kids wearing their shoes in the house, let them put their shoes on with their clothes. And then you're not hustling at the end trying to get them to put their shoes on and get out the door. Make putting shoes on part of their complete getting dressed in that routine. Then after they get dressed and they've done everything else on their routine, then they come and eat breakfast. And then that goes back to the schedule. The schedule's now you eat breakfast 7 o'clock, whatever the schedule is. So routines are mini lists inside the list of what's going on for the day. Lists, very important. They also help them with responsibilities. My granddaughter is getting rabbits, and she is responsible for taking care of those rabbits. She has created a list of her responsibilities, what she needs to do on a daily basis, caring for those rabbits. If you have a pet at home and you're trying to get your child to take responsibility for that pet, make a list. This is what you need to do before. If you have a dog, before school, you walk the dog. When you get home, you walk the dog again. They get a snack, they get dinner, whatever the responsibilities are of that animal that you're trying to encourage them to take on. Make a list, brainstorm it with your child, create the list with your child. As much as possible, give your child responsibility in creating the list, and they'll take more responsibility in fulfilling their jobs. Okay. Schedules, routines, chores. Chores is a great way to make a list. You may sit down and talk to each other about, okay, here's all the chores we need to do. Let's pick out who wants to do what. Make a list, hang it up somewhere. Joey is doing the vacuuming. Sally is doing the dishes. Mommy is doing the laundry. Whatever it is, make a list. It is okay to have lists all over your house. If you need a bathroom routine, make a list. Put it on the bathroom mirror. Put it on the wall where they can see it. Morning routines, put it somewhere where your child can see when they wake up, they can refer to that list. Great for schedules. Great for little kids that you want to offer a general direction to. So, very often we as parents will just say to a little kid, clean up this toy room. Clean up this toy room to a toddler is too general. You need to be more specific. So if you have a little kid and you want cleaned up, maybe the books go on the bookshelf. Maybe the cars go in a bucket. And you don't have to have written words. You can take pictures. You can take a picture of a car with an arrow and a bucket, picture of a book with an arrow and the bookshelf. And they can look, oh, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. I cleaned up the room. Because if you just say in general, honey, clean up this room, they're going to sit there overwhelmed, not going to know where to start, and they're just going to start playing. And then you're going to come in and yell at them when it is not their fault. You need to be specific. Before a child understands the general direction, like set the table, clean up your room, before those kind of general instructions happen, they need step-by-step instructions. You can also make a list. Lists are valuable for keeping kids on task and keeping them focused on what they need to do. If you have a child that has some developmental issues, lists are going to be very helpful for them. Remember, if you don't use words, you can use pictures. How fun a little project, how fun a project would it be for you and your child to sit down, look through magazines, the newspaper, you know, things that you get in the mail, catalogs, and create a list by finding all these pictures and looking through. Oh, I need to find a bathtub. Oh, here's a bathtub, cutting it out, gluing it on your list. A super fun project for you and your child to do. Children are following and interested to look at phone rather than a book or notes. So how can we practice this? Your phone, your screen time is on your time, not their time. So they should not have access to their phones, their screens 24 hours a day. If you make your schedule is you get home from school, you have snack and screen time for a half hour if you want to do that, or snack and play time for a half hour. Then you do your homework. Then maybe after their homework, they get 30 minutes of screen time. It is on your time. You are the boss of your children. They are not the boss of you. Okay? But you can also talk to them about that. When are the best times? You can have an hour a day for screens. That includes phone, tablets, computer, whatever. When would you like it? And talk about it. What works well? And then it gets included on the list. You're in charge. Do not let your child rule the house. They are not mature enough, old enough. They don't have enough brain development to know what's good for them to be doing at that moment. If they're allowed to watch screens all the time because they want to, then that's all they're going to do. And it's because you're allowing it. Don't allow it. Put it in the schedule. Lists are great for shopping. If you're going to a store, say you're going to a toy store and your child always bugs you to buy a toy and you don't want to buy a toy every time. We're going to the toy store because we have to buy Billy a toy for his birthday and we have to buy Samuel a toy for his birthday. Notice on the list, there is not, we're buying you a toy. And then he goes to the toy store and he says, well, I want this. I want the one you're getting for Samuel. I want that too. Then say, you know what? Let's take a picture. Let's take a picture. We'll put it on your other list for your birthday and your holiday when those times come around, because everyone always asks me what you want. So we'll take a picture and show them. This is a great gift because this is what he likes. So for his birthday or for a holiday, you may want to think about getting this. Lists are valuable in so many situations for kids. It keeps them on track. It keeps them focused in what they have to do. If you have a morning routine and you have a list hanging up that they can see, then maybe as they get through that list and they finish their breakfast, maybe there's 10 minutes for you guys to play a game together. But they don't play a game unless they get through their list. So lists are valuable. Remember to create them with your children. Brainstorm everything that needs to go on, and then you and your child put them in order. And if they're old enough to create their own list and write it out, then let them and hang it somewhere of prominence. Or you can create on a computer, or like I said, you can use pictures that you cut out from different, different magazines or catalogs or things like that, or you get off the internet. Lists are a valuable way to help your child feel more independent, empower them, give them confidence, and teach them responsibility. If you're not making lists, I really encourage you to make one today. Pick one thing that you're struggling with, morning routine, evening routine, after school, something like that, responsibilities of the home. Pick one thing right now. Sit down with your child and make a list together, and then hold them accountable for that list. They don't go on to the next thing until that list is finished. And you're going to have them smiling with lots of success for what they were able to do on their own, all because you believed in them. Okay, guys, so I hope this helped. Please let me know if you have any questions. Share this out to help other parents get a hold and understand of this one technique that can really move your family forward into a calmer, more peaceful environment. Remember, guys, I encourage you to join our movement to calm the world and get everybody intentional about the way they respond and react, and understanding that they are in control of things. Can I ask? Oh, yes, please ask a question. I'm just going to tell you about the Day of Calm, and you type your question, then I'll be happy to answer it. Of course. Go to dayofcalm.org. We are looking for sponsors to help keep the day going and keep the summit getting bigger and bigger. We are looking for people to take the pledge on that day and pledge to be calm on April 5th of every year. Share it out. Let's calm the whole world, because I personally really think that one day of calm, one day of understanding that you're in control of you, not what happens around you, and being more proactive to the way you react and act and respond to things, that one day of trying that out can really calm the world. So go to dayofcalm.org, take the pledge, sponsor if you're able. We appreciate all sponsorships, and share it out to your friends. Do you have a question? I don't see a question. Maybe you haven't. Hold on. Are you typing it out? Maybe you're typing it out. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay. Children are following in. Oh, yeah. Hossein. Hi. Now I know who you are. Do you have another question, Uppy Amy? Oh, Hossein, you had a question. Hossein, what's your question? Wait a minute. I see it. Hold on. In my area, most of the children who are 13 to 19, teenagers, most are effective with mobile games like Free Fire. So, guys, I actually have a gaming training on pumpedupparenting.com, of course. 2 videos. One is all about games and how you know what games are like, their rating system, all of that. Features my son Kyle, who works in the gaming industry. The second video is all about screen time on your time, really setting up gaming and screen time so that it works in a schedule. Free Fire, I will tell you, I'm not familiar with that game. I'm sure Kyle is, and I will ask him about it. But the best way to get control over what your kids are playing is to understand what the game is about. So, Hossein, I suggest that you go in there, you sit down with your child, your teenager, and you ask them what they like about the game. And then ask them to teach you how to play. Get involved. Talk to them about what they like and other games that are similar. If it's a very negative game, and I'm thinking it might be because you're so concerned about it, then talk to them about the negative effects of the game. What is not so great about the game? I understand you like it. I understand it's exciting. However, these are parts of the games. What do you think about this? If it's a lot of killing, what do you think about killing? Well, because clearly there are a lot of video games about killing. Talk to them, understand the game, know what is what are the actual things about that game. Let me see something real quick, because on the back of all gaming boxes, you will find why they're rated a certain way they're rated. Okay? Free Fire is a battle royale game developed by Vietnamese gaming company Garena. It's a multiplayer game on mobile. Let's see. So, you know, it is a fighting game, and, I have to dive into more about it. One of the things is they can chat with strangers, so you have to make sure you disable their chat so that they can't do that. Uh, it's easily there are a lot of s they say there's a lot of sexual predators and data thieves on that, so you may have to block that game altogether. The app remains prone to hackers who ruin games and steal personal information. So that's a really important thing to know about Free Fire. And you may just have to say, "No, you can't watch it." And if you do or you can't play it, it's under these boundaries that you can play it. If you don't want them to, phones are a privilege. Phones are not a given. It's a privilege for a child, a teenager to have a phone. If they are not respectful with it, if they are not following boundaries with you that you set up, you can take away that phone. Or if you don't want them not to have a phone, you can give them a flip phone that cannot access certain things. Number 1, they won't be happy about that. Number 2, that's too bad. They need to go by your beliefs, your core values, but you need to respect them enough to discuss everything with them and talk about why you're concerned about them playing this game and discuss it and show them proof. Look it up on the internet. It took me all 3 seconds to find out what's negative about that game. Okay? Talk with your kids. Communication is the best route to resolve. Listen, be a good listener. Don't be quick to judge and criticize. Talk to them, hear their side, voice your opinion. That's how this world should work. That's my whole basis of the Day of Calm is we talk to each other and we listen to different points of view. Because you know what? When you talk to someone that doesn't agree with you, their point of view happens to be some valid points. You may not agree, or you may hear one of their points and go, "You know what? I do agree with that. I just don't agree with this." You learn to understand each other. That should be with your home as well. Respect your child enough to listen to their viewpoints, listen to their opinions, and value them and confirm them, and then offer your opinions and talk about it calmly. Discuss what your fears are, what your concerns are. and see if you can find out and you can come to a good resolution of the issue. It's not you against them. It's the two of you against the problem. Okay? Remember that. Goes for your spouses, your children. It's not you against them. It's the two of you against the problem. Okay. And with that, I'm going to end. I have a client call very soon. So I hope this helped. I hope you start making lists. In this age, they're doing bad sounds through girls in sometimes. Playing games besides on the road as the youth. Most of the time, they are doing this with their senior women. I'm very worried about this ages of people. I must try to look at your video. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot for them to know, and a lot that they learn that they're too young to learn. But it all depends on how you communicate with your child. After all, if you don't talk to them, Google will. Who would you like them to get advice from? Ask yourself that. I know it's uncomfortable sometime, but it's so important. And don't wait too long to talk to them about it. And talk calmly without judgment, criticism, or ridicule. Speak and be, most of all, a good listener. Okay, guys, have a great day. I hope this helped. I hope you take one of these pieces of advice into action for you and your family. As always, I wish you days filled with peace, love, tons of laughter. If you're interested in the video game and screen time training, it's on pumpedupparenting.com. Go to courses and you'll find it. It's very affordable and filled with information. Okay, guys, have a great afternoon or evening, depending where you are in the world. And I'll see you here next time on Pumped Up Parenting and around the web. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.